Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today I'm going to be doing the Platonic book tag. I'm going to link down below the original video if I can find it, as well as the video that inspired me, and anyone that I will tag at the end of this video. So the first question on this tag is, what popular book series haven't you read? And that would be the Game of Thrones series, or Song of Ice and Fire series. I've recently begun watching the series, and I have my opinions, and I am definitely a Daenerys fan and Arya, but I am not like the best epic fantasy reader. I don't really know how to allow myself to get that encapsulated into one book series. It doesn't really work for me. I think the only time I've done that is once for the Parasol Protector series and once for Harry Potter. I own a couple other book series and I hope to get into them someday, but I have to be, I think if I was to do that, I would want to sit down when there's a snowstorm and I know I'm going to be snowed in for at least a week, which will happen this year at some point, and I will find a book series and sit down and hunker down with the book series and read them all. So that's usually how I do that. I just don't think the Game of Thrones series is going to be one that I'm going to do that with. I enjoy the TV show, but I don't really think I'm going to go further into it. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should. I really would love to hear your opinions of it, but kind of don't want to. What book do you already know? What is a book you already know the ending of because someone spoiled it for you? So I've read it. So I know the ending anyway, but before I read it, Ready Player One was spoiled for me. This book was a summertime read, and I read it about a week after it was spoiled to me. Once I was spoiled, I was like, all right, I might as well just read it and get it over with. It was still a good book, and I still really enjoyed it. I just was kind of disappointed that it was spoiled for me. So don't spoil me on books, guys, because then I just read them, and I enjoy them usually. I just spend the whole time being like, all right, when is this gonna happen? When is this gonna happen? And then I end up just kind of skimming through the book, but I still read it. What is a book you think you'd like because of the synopsis? And that would be this one. This is Mythomania by Peter Conrad, Tales of Our Times from Apples to Isis. And this is talking about current day mythology and what we have learned from our myths and myths that we are now creating and myths that are relevant to today. I am very curious about it, and I'm very excited to dive into this in Nonfiction November. What book don't you think you'd like because of the synopsis? I don't know. If I had a book that I didn't like the synopsis of, I wouldn't remember it, to be completely honest. Maybe I could go with like Throne of Glass or Cinder, I guess. I don't usually like the synopsis of a YA. I have a new YA, or a couple of new YAs that I've picked up recently, but those have been on recommendations or on reading about them in an article where it talks about what they do for society, rather than reading the back of it and being interested, because I'm just not into that whole YA genre as much as a lot of people are. Name a book you were going to read till someone convinced you not to. The Fifth Season. I am not going to link the review that I'm thinking of because I don't want to convince anyone else to not read The Fifth Season, because I think it might have some merit, but Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings did a review on it, and it convinced me immediately that I was not interested in it in the slightest. name a book you want to read solely based on the cover. And I'm reading it right now. And initially, I did read the synopsis after I saw the cover, but this cover initially was like, ah, and it just pulled me in, and I was like, creepy gothic weirdness. I want it, whatever it is. And then it got compared to Room, and then I was like, I need it in my life. But this cover, though, this cover, it just pulled me right in. April from Getting Hooga with It, you really need to look into this because I think it's right up your alley. Name a book you don't want to read because of the cover. Seriously, you expect me to remember covers? I tend to want to read a book that is being turned into a movie before the movie comes out, because when the movie comes out, movie book covers come out, and movie book covers make me very angry, and I want nothing to do with a movie book cover. Nothing to do with a movie book cover. So that will turn me off of a book immediately. Name a character you fall in love with even though you haven't read the books. So Arya and Daenerys. Is it Daenerys? Am I saying that wrong? But the two of the leads from Game of Thrones. Name a book series you want to read because of the hype, and that would be the Dreadnought series, and I am very, very intrigued by this. It's by April Daniels, and it is a superhero who is trans, I believe. Yes. It is about a superhero who is transgender. I am very curious about this. I think it qualifies as middle grade. It may be YA, which of course goes against me saying I don't really like YA, but this is doing something different and new and interesting, and I'm really curious about it. How many unread books do you have on your shelf? I have 361. It has grown. It has grown. But it has also shrunk, because as much as it has grown, I have read more books. So, kind of evens out. I had like 358 the last time I counted, and then I counted again, and it was 61. So, it's been a little bit of an addition, but not too bad. It could have been worse. I could be in the 20s above. Like, I could have gone to like 400, but I didn't. I did not. So who am I going to tag in this? I'm going to tag Amy Poole. I'm going to tag April from Getting Hooga with It. I'm going to tag the restricted section, and I'm going to tag Amanda Center. Alright guys, if you guys liked this video, click that like button and give it a thumbs up. If you guys loved this video, click that subscribe button and join my little chaotic little book corner family. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.